I love that it challenges the old playbook on meditation. We here at the Well Club, we've looked at meditation very heavily too. And you look at, I'd love to hear more about your philosophy on meditation because when you look at the Eastern side, it's a lot of, from what we found, was emptying. And then,
Hmm.
like, if you speak to Christians, it's about the filling of God's truth. Western seems to be calming, but what have you found, Dave, in your search for meditation?
Meditation is entirely bullshit without more detail. Why are you meditating? It's like if someone said, you know what, you should cook. You might say, what should I cook? Was it breakfast? Was it lunch? Was it dinner? What kind of ingredients do I have? Did you want a light meal or a heavy meal? No one ever says that. You should just meditate.
Right.
It's it's not okay. It's like saying you should warm up, so jump in the fireplace. But that's not what I meant. So without detail, it's meaningless. Healing is an altered state. And it's one of the most precious altered states is the one where you can go in and instead of doing what I learned in the monasteries and doing that thing where you sit there for hours. And by the way, they're hours. They're almost always vegan, which makes everyone fart. So you're trying to be quiet and meditate. I'm like, oh my God, like could we just have some steak?
It
I'm
adds
kidding.
to the challenge, huh?
Right. So, you're there in the monastery and like notice the emotions, the thoughts, the judgments, they flow through. Gently set them aside. You do that for 10 days in a row. Well, what if there was a way to figure out why they were appearing in the first place?
Mhm.
I'm a computer hacker by training.
Yeah.
Let's go in and let's turn it off. And there's an analogy that's so important. Everyone listening has a mobile device. And if you allow every app to send you all the alerts it wants to, is your phone useful? No.
Yeah.
But a meditation teacher from the East, because they didn't have technology like this back then, they would say literally every time an alert pops up from TikTok or whatever the long list of things on there is, gently ignore it and swipe it to the side and continue focusing on getting your work done. That would work. It just takes huge effort.
Mhm.
So for the type of meditation that lets you go in and build equanimity, which is the highest value in Buddhist meditation on the path to enlightenment, the easier thing is to not just gently set them aside. It's to hunt down the cause of the trigger and permanently turn it off. Like going into your system settings saying, no longer alert me about that. Thank you very much. And you will never see an alert again. And that has been my path, which has been very winding. I've studied with shamans and gurus from different disciplines and all kinds of things I'm so grateful for.
Yeah.
And end of the day, healing, being an altered state, is important. So is flow. So is intuition. So is creativity.
Uh-huh.
So is focus. Eh, All of these are altered states. So you say you should meditate. Well, which altered state did you want?
Uh-huh.
Even something as simple as breath work. And most people now have heard of breath work, and many people don't know that breath work accelerates most, but not all types of meditation. Right. So, okay, meditate for 2 hours or do meditation and breath work for 1 hour. Which one's better? Well,
Mm.
I would say the one that takes 1 hour because you might have wanted to play with your kids in the other hour or do a different kind of meditation.
Yeah.
So, hurry, meditate faster is a high value. And some people laugh at that and say, well, that's not what it's about.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's about the struggle and the suffering. Those same people jump in a car to drive to come to a meeting with me.
Right. Right.
They don't walk. So, why is it okay to take that shortcut, but you're supposed to take the slow meditation path?
Uh-huh.
I actually think it's a deeply, deeply hidden trauma that manifests almost as not valuing your time here on the planet.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So you have a moral obligation to meditate faster. And I'm not alone in that. The Dalai Lama, about 20 years ago, put out a sizable cash reward for neuroscientists if they could just help him reach one specific state that takes him 4 hours of intense meditation to get into. He's like,
Mhm.
help me get there in an hour, and then I could do other stuff. And Why is this so hard to accept?
Yeah, Dave, I think you hit on it with the why. You start out, even the conversation with like it's not very fruitful if you don't understand the why and in going into that.